Welcome to Dodgers Daily. Casey Porter here. So glad that you decided to tune in. Fans, today we have a very, very, very special guest who might have the best hat that I've ever seen on Dodgers Daily. Buc-ee's. Hey, we've just started getting some in this area, the DFW area in Oklahoma. Those Buc-ee, do you ever got the pork sandwich at Buc-ee's?
I have not. I've never eaten there. Just a little quick trip to get some gas and a hat, obviously.
Oh, absolutely awesome. Payton Martin joins Dodgers Daily, one of the hottest young pitching prospects in all of baseball. So, Payton, I got to say, hey, you joined the Dodgers professional baseball as a high school player. I'm going to say this. I think I'm tight enough with you to say this. It feels like you've almost had an entire career worth of experiences and you're only 21 years old. Would I be accurate there?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a roller coaster so far.
Yeah. Okay, so talk about this last season, man. You had a really great stretch there for a couple of months. You had a couple of months that weren't so perfect. There were some we won't get any further into it, but there were some circumstances beyond your control that have been taken care of by the organization that led to maybe some of the outings that weren't quite as perfect, including the 9-run outing. But other than that, I know you don't want to get into those details, but other than that, to be honest with you, it was a good year for you. Yes.
I felt good mentally, physically. I mean, I can't say the same. I feel like I get really unlucky. Some games I'll be on a roll and then, I'll bust a finger open or something, or a nail will fall off. And that's just the unlucky part of baseball, I guess.
Yeah. So that's kind of the thing about your journey so far, is that you were on helium there for your first couple of years and you just rose up the prospect ranks. And it feels like this kind of the injury bug has put a stop to some of your momentum. Would that be correct?
Yeah, I'd say that first year, they kept me to 3 innings. So I'd say those 3 innings, I didn't really have an opportunity to, do anything to my finger. I wasn't throwing as many pitches. Wasn't actually using the friction there to throw the slider. I wasn't throwing the slider as much. And then as my career went on, innings went up, pitches went up, just usage in general. And I'd say that kind of got me to where unlocked new injuries and stuff, using the finger too much. But it's a work in progress, I mean, we're trying to find out different things to help it throughout my career.
So is this a deal to where you've added some pitches and some sequencing, and we're still just trying to tweak some things to find the best version of Payton Martin? Are we still in that process?
Sort of. I mean, I feel like every time we tweak something, it's always go back to, shortstop, Payton, throw how you know how to throw.
Yeah.
And everything just stays the same.
Yeah. And that kind of brings me into one of my questions here, too, is I think a lot of people don't realize you didn't pitch a whole lot before you became a pro. So, I mean, we're like 3 or 4 years into this. You've had to fight some injuries. You've had to fight, the first couple of years where they were trying to take care of you, that kind of deal. You've had some setbacks. So do you feel like you're just kind of starting to put the pitching part of things in your second nature, if you will?
Yeah, I'd say, the first year was just pure go out there and throw the ball. I didn't really have a routine or anything. It was just kind of new to me. Second year, I had a really bad injury, back injury. I was throwing slower, so it gave me the opportunity to kind of learn how to pitch, I'd say. And then when I got the velo back, it's kind of combining the two, the ability of gaining my mechanics and then the knowledge, combining it and just becoming the best version of me.
Yeah, absolutely. And you actually ripped a fingernail off this year, right, during a game?
Yeah, so I've done, it's this middle finger right here gets to me. One game we put a nail cast on and I ripped the whole nail cast off along with the whole half of my nail. Then there was another game in Fort Wayne. I think I had a perfect game going through 4 innings. I was chilling, and then no corner nail problems. I throw a slider and just the whole front face of my finger just rips off.
Oh.
And I don't even know.
That was July, wasn't it?
I do believe so, yeah.
Yeah, so how did you deal with that for the rest of the season? That had to be painful.
They took me out for, I believe, just a week, and we rubbed some stuff on it every hour of every day throughout that week, and then I came back, and it was good. I mean, it healed up, and I just had to not think about it.
ERA of 0.47 in May. Take us through that stretch. That'd be cool.
Oh man, I'd say that came because that's my birthday month. I was pretty hyped up. No, I do believe, was that when I came back from
Yeah.
Arizona?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I was pretty fired up. I had some things, family issues go on. I had to come home and walk through some hard times. Went back, and it was almost like a comeback, I guess. And came back, and I found myself where I needed to be mentally and physically, because I do believe I was kind of mentally messed up there at the beginning of the season. And then I came back, and I was good to go, and I was just there to dominate. It was back to 2023 version, I'd say.
Yeah, no doubt. And then you had another really good stretch there, the last two outings of June, and then all the way to your first outing in August, where you only gave up 6 runs in like something like 35 innings. That was a good stretch
Yeah.
too. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I'd say it's all mental. I've got this theory about when you make it to professional baseball, everybody's, in a talent gap.
Yeah.
Everybody's there. So I think when you make it there, it's all about mentality from there on. It's like, can you stay consistent mentally? Can you just keep yourself going and push 100% every single game? Some people might have 50 that day, 20 that day, but can you mentally go 100%? And I've talked with a lot of guys, but my main guy I've been talking with is Chris Archer,
Yes.
and that's my guy. He's like a brother to me.
You've always been tight with him, haven't you?
Yep, absolutely. But he told me it's just like, don't care what other people think. Who cares what's going on in the outside world? It's you on the field at all times, and the quote is just watch this. Like watch what Peyton Martin has for you today.
As a professional, you've had this journey, and there's been a lot of high moments to this. There's been a lot of excitement to it. But you came into this kind of as a cocky 18-year-old, like hadn't had a whole lot of basically everything had been success for you, both offensively and even whenever you got on the mound. You were going to be probably the starting shortstop there at East Carolina. So if you could go back and talk to yourself back then and say, hey, here's how pro ball actually is, what would you say to yourself back then?
Nothing. I just let myself do it all again. I mean, it's probably been the best experience I've ever had in my life, to be honest. And even though things haven't went my way, 23 off season, I got in a car accident and messed up my back, and came back 24 throwing like 7, 6, like 5 miles an hour slower than I was in 23. And it was just like a stopping point. I was hitting a wall, and it was just like, is this like really what I want to do? And it was like, nah, you're kind of Peyton Martin, there's no stopping, there's no break. It's all gas. So, kind of got back to that, and everything's just going now.
Take us through your mix. I know this time last year you're working on a split change. How did that work out for you?
I think it's working pretty good. It's getting better. We try something every bullpen. I feel like, a new grip or something I need to work on. But I think that comes into play with being a shortstop. I can kind of throw whatever in the bullpen and go into the game and just go back to my normal mix without like having any issues. We're also adding a curveball, trying to get that still in there. I threw a sinker in the fall league in a bullpen that looked good with the Major League Baseball, of course. We tried adding a cutter there for a second to try to have it play off the slider because the slider's getting a little too vertical. But when the cutter came along, it was like the slider went back to having the depth. So
Nice.
I think it kind of plays off each other pretty nice. We have the fastball, but I feel like I've been slider heavy these past couple of years, big time. So we'll see how next season goes.
So if I'm reading this right, you kind of have a slider, then you have kind of a natural bullet type, almost cutterish that you were throwing there for a while that had a lot of vert to it.
Yeah, I'd say I threw it for a week maybe. I tried it out, and it made my slider come back, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, so the slider is usually here, but it was starting to go there.
Yeah.
And then we got it back down, so that's nice.
So are you keeping the smaller bullet type, vert type cutter too, or are you just only the slider to depth?
Yeah, we should. I mean, the slider's always been kind of a bullet.
Yeah.
I've gotten it up to 92 by accident.
Nice. Yeah.
But and then it'll drop down to 83. Like it has a mind of its own, to be honest. But I guess it's just whatever they want me to.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all ears when I get there for spring training. So,
Are you going to throw your sinker much?
it depends on how it plays when I get there. I'm working on it right now in some delivery drills, but I haven't really started bullpens yet. So
Yeah.
I guess we'll see.
Still just 21 years old, so plenty of time to continue to add to that big gulp, if you will. You have a couple of things in your bag that you could do to probably create results right now, but it's all about, okay, well, I know I do have these couple of things. Like I have a 7-iron. I can always hit my 7-iron and lay up and then try to 2-putt and bogey this hole, right?
Yep.
But let's see if we can pull out the 5-iron and actually go for a birdie on this hole. That's kind of the process you're in right now. So sounds like if everything goes right, you could have both a 4-seam and a 2-seam, a slider, curveball, and split change. Would that be right?
Yes, and a sinker, I guess. Sinker, 2-seam, whatever you want to call it. I feel like I don't have the movement everybody else has, but it plays with my pitches pretty good.
Yeah, as long as it moves just a little bit in on that righty,
Yep.
that's good. So
Yep.
what is your go-to sequencing? Like, why would you separate a 4-seam and 2-seam? Why would you have both of those? What purpose would you use those for?
I'd say the 2-seam's kind of like the changeup. So when I face a lefty, I want to work the outside of the plate until they start cheating over. Then I'll go back to the inside. But I'd say instead of using that changeup, because I feel like I've thrown the fastball outside and then played it with the changeup outside to try to get them out over, and then I'll bring the slider back foot. But that's kind of been to
a lefty.
they're kind of catching on. Yeah, they're catching on. So I need something a little bit harder than that changeup that moves that way.
Yeah.
So I could play the 4-seam and then the 2-seam and then bring it back inside, or even play the changeup after that if they're not expecting it.
Yeah. Because that changeup's going to look the exact same as your sinker coming out of hand. It's going to have the exact same movement, but it's going to be about 10 miles an hour slower.
Yeah, definitely. And also, like, the curveball coming into play is a big thing, because that's just for me, it's a steal a strike pitch, or it's it's a setup. If I throw a fastball high, I can drop a curveball down the middle, and it really won't matter.
That allows you to control counts without just always having to throw a fastball, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so talk about to a righty what your game plans generically are against them and some of your go-to sequences there.
Well, I'd say my straight mindset with a righty is attack them. My first 2 pitches of every at-bat are here, hit the ball, ground ball, pop up, get yourself out. And then after that, because you don't want to start the at-bat falling behind 1-0,
Sure.
2-0. I'd rather be 0-1, even 1-1's fine with me. And then get into the at-bat ahead, and then, go for a strikeout pitch, get the eye level changed, and then let it go from there.
Take us through the analytical prospect in terms of how you use the analysis of the data, the TrackMan stuff, the balance between that and being the shortstop Payton Martin. Where are we at in that balance?
Well, I'd say bullpens, I don't much care about TrackMan. I mean, velocity, yeah, or if we're working on a new pitch, and I need to know if it's like actually going down, then maybe I'll ask what the numbers are on it. But in bullpens, it's usually just find the zone for me, get a feel for it. Because, walking people it's just the worst. So I'd prefer not to do that. In game, I mean, we have the game planning, everything.
People.
Yeah.
That's so Payton Martin right there.
But game planning with the coaches, I mean, DA, Coin, Tronky, everybody is just unbelievable. It's like, I came from high school, my high school pitching coach was amazing, but, we didn't have like game planning or heat maps or anything like that.
You're going to get hitters out anyways.
Yeah, absolutely. But now it's just laid out for you. And I try to simplify it as much as I can. I mean, I'll see like, this is where I need to throw it. This is the pitch. I don't really read into it too much, like the percentages or anything, because, I mean, if you're better than somebody, you're going to get them out sooner or later,
Yeah.
So, simplify is the best word I could use for that.
Are you still taking ground balls every now and then with challenges with other guys that play shortstop?
Yeah, so there's a story about that.
Yes.
So we were doing PFPs, but I still do feel ground balls, I hit at home. But we were taking PFPs in Michigan, and all the pitchers are at the mound, and I swear, Coin was one hop in it, easy to everybody. Then he would skip one to me, and then the word shortstop ECU would get thrown around there every once in a while.
Yeah.
And then he told us to go to shortstop,
Yeah.
and I had shorts on, and I made a backhand play, slide and play, nasty play, awes everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
But I scraped my leg, and it was bad. I got bad road rash, so Payton Martin's not allowed to do PFBs anymore.
Who's the better shortstop, Chris Campos or Payton Martin?
Come on now. Chris knows I'm the best shortstop. Come on.
And with Jared Karros, who would probably be the announcer, would he verify this?
He wouldn't verify. He would instigate.
Oh, he would instigate.
Yeah.
He would try to get you guys in an argument, right?
Yeah.
He just
try to get us chirping at each other the whole time.
Oh, he does that on purpose. So who's more competitive, you or Campos?
Obviously you got to say yourself.
Yeah.
But, Campos is unbelievable. You can tell the way he pitches.
Yeah,
he is. I didn't get to see him in person this year, but I did get to see videos, and it's just, Campos is always going to be Campos,
No doubt.
You can't take it away from him. He's got the heart, he's got the talent. And when you talk to him, when we do have little arguments or anything, you can tell the competitiveness is right there.
Yeah, absolutely. He's such a cool cat too. Okay, so we've used this term shortstop, Payton Martin. Like we said just a minute ago, you're no longer a shortstop. You're a pitcher now.
Yep.
But when we say the shortstop, Payton Martin, what exactly does that mean?
My roots, I guess. Because I feel like I hear that word all the time. When
they say just be the shortstop, Payton Martin, what are they telling you to do?
Basically, stay athletic, move smoothly, just do whatever I want. Have no pitcher mentality. I hate to say that, but go up there and be athletic, move the way I know how to move.
Yeah. Yeah. And that cocky, I'll say it. Okay. I'm going to say it right here. And with you on the air, that cocky just kind of, you can't beat me if I execute here. That type of mentality, would that be part of that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And that's going to be back in 2026. This fall league helped me out a little bit because went through a couple, I wouldn't even say based on performance mentality things. It was kind of out of field stuff that kind of threw me off a little bit. Had some things going on, but we're definitely back now.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're good to go.
So tell us about your fall league. How'd that go for you, and how'd you get hooked up with that, and what did it do for you?
It kind of just was a confidence booster. I ended pretty good. I got taken out for an injury a couple weeks in, but the weeks I was there, it was beautiful. It was nice, good experience. Tried changing some stuff in my throw, and that kind of got me injured, but it's okay. But in the end, I got to see all my buddies there, Alex McCarowicz went and played in the All-Star game, watching him pitch every day and chill in the bullpen because I don't get to sit in the bullpen. It's always a dugout day for me. But watching him play was just I don't know. It was just unbelievably nice. And then I got to live with Josue DePaulo.
Oh,
so
nice.
I got tighter with him. And Logan Wagner was in that house as well. So we all kind of just were one big group.
Yeah. What's Depot like? I've never had a chance to talk to him. I don't even think he's on social media.
I don't even know how to explain it. He's so talking to him makes me smarter. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes me step back and kind of think about how I live my life too. Cause he simplifies everything. It's dang, you see that right there? He's throwing it pretty hard. And Depot's I'm Depot, I'm good to go.
You and him got along then, I bet.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We also got the opportunity to go to church together, too, with Wagner, so that was nice.
Nice.
Yep.
Absolutely awesome. Okay, so what things did you leave 2025 thinking, okay, well, I'm good at this good enough at this right now to be a consistent professional, maybe even a major leaguer someday, and what things did you feel like you needed to take to the offseason and work on the most?
Mentality. That's the only thing I can really, zone in on because I can tell when I go into a game, if my mentality's off, it's not a good game. But if I'm strong mentality, I'm going in this game, nobody's going to score, I'm going in there going to dominate, that's what happens usually.
Yeah.
And I just got to find that sweet spot of keeping it and keep it throughout a 140-some game season. So that's my main goal.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you still have the academy working?
Yes, the facility.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We have a couple of baseball teams too. So
Nice.
it's nice
So
up there.
what's the name of this academy? Is it the Payton Martins or what are we here?
Yeah, Payton Martin Performance.
Oh, nice. Nice, nice. The PMPs?
Yep.
So what age level teams do you have?
We have a couple. I haven't really been able to like zone in on the teams fully because I've been gone.
Sure.
But I'm pretty sure we have a 10, 12, and there might be an 11 in there.
Yeah.
But we're getting softball teams as well. So
nice.
Should be a good turnout.
Nice. You're going to retire from baseball because you're going to be making so much money off that academy. It'll be certainly more money than minor league baseball.
They're going to have to force me to retire. So
baseball, no doubt, is in your blood. Okay, so let's get to some more lighter, fun questions, if you will, and get to know you a little bit better. You ready for that?
Okay. Absolutely.
Okay, what's more fun? I know I've seen you play shortstop, so I know playing shortstop and making a big play. That feeds that kind of cocky ego of yours, so that's a lot of fun for you. Getting a clutch hit. I know you also scored a walk-off you scored a walk-off run on a wild pitch, and the helmet went flying everywhere, and that was a cool Payton Martin moment too. Or getting a big strikeout. Which one's better?
Say it depends on the game. What kind of game? What kind of game we're playing here? If it's Game 7 of the World Series, I'm helping the Dodgers win. I'd rather get that strikeout, you know. But if you take me back to my high school days and we're in the state playoffs and I have a chance to hit again, I'd rather take the hit.
Take the clutch hit, yeah.
Yeah.
What is the dirtiest pitch that you've ever thrown somebody where you just walked off and went, my bad?
I don't think I've ever had one. Honestly, everything's been kind of simple to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I threw a slider in spring training that went like 20 that way, and that's like the first time I've ever done that. So I was pretty hyped up about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so would you rather strike a guy out with like a 98, 99 mile an hour fastball at the top of the zone, or would you rather throw one of those dirty sliders and kind of fool him a little bit?
Is this late in the game or early in the game?
You name it. You tell me.
All right.
Of course, it's Payton Martin, so you want the big moment. So let's go late in the game.
Yeah, if there's a lot of fans there, I like to do it for the fans. So I'd say the fastball would be nice. But if it's just a competitive moment, like I know the guy in the box, I'd rather get him on the slider.
Yeah, absolutely. You have always beat your own drum, which is a great thing. I say that with the utmost amount of respect for saying that. So how has pro ball changed your routines in terms of how you get ready for starts? If it has.
It gave me a routine.
Yeah.
I'd say that. I didn't really have a routine in high school. It's always go out there, stretch the arm to the right, stretch the arm to the left, just toss and get in the game, and now it's like a whole prep situation. There's a lot more going into it. Yeah. And there's an actual schedule planned out for me. So I'd say that's the difference there.
Yeah. What's the quirkiest thing that you think you do in your pregame ritual?
I don't have anything too like superstitious or anything. I'd say the difference between me and a lot of people are I'll play ping pong and joke and run around and laugh and talk to people when most people don't want to get talked to. It's like they want to just be left alone. I like to play video games before I pitch.
Yeah.
That's one thing, like on my iPad.
What's the go-to?
It depends on what it is that day. I like racing. So real racing's a big one.
Yeah, that sounds right. So the adrenaline of it, yeah. Okay, what's the name? Your mom has a barbecue joint, right?
Yes.
Okay, what's the name of that?
Jimmy's Smokehouse.
Jimmy's Smokehouse. And where's that at?
It's in Lexington, North Carolina.
Lexington, North Carolina, in case anybody ever wants to go. What is the go-to?
I'm a big hamburger steak guy.
Oh.
And
so we're diving into that kind of stuff. Nice.
Yeah, my girlfriend picks on me every day because I get the hamburger steak every day.
Okay.
So, because I'm always on a weight gainer. That's a big thing. So
where are you at right now? About 95 pounds? 100 pounds maybe? No, I mean 200.
Breaking on the 190 point.
Okay.
I've been 189, I feel like, for the past 2 weeks. And
your goal is 195, right?
Yeah, I was 195 that 2024 season, like 193 in the spring training. But I feel like I couldn't move.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
me and the performance guy, Gage, we kind of came together and found like a good medium.
Good.
Where, I could still be athletic and rotate where I felt my best, but I'm not too light to where I don't have the power to throw hard.
Okay, let's get back into the stuff that actually matters. Hamburger steak, gravy or no gravy?
No gravy, just
No
plain
gravy.
with hot sauce. Hot sauce.
Hot sauce on your hamburger steak?
Yep.
There is only one Payton Martin on this earth. There's absolutely no doubt about that. Does your mom make her own hot sauce, or is it just bought from the store?
No, it's just Texas Pete. It's at every table.
Texas Pete hot sauce on your hamburger steak.
Yeah, with the collard greens and the green beans.
Oh, so those are your sides?
Yeah.
No mashed
always
potatoes.
Put the vinegar. No. I mean, I'm not gonna say it too hateful, but I like the mashed potatoes where they're plain and creamy.
Oh yeah.
My mom puts the skins in it.
Oh,
she puts the skins and the mashed potatoes, and that ruins it. It ruins it.
Well, in case you never told your mom that.
I hope she doesn't watch this.
In case you never told your mom that, which I'm sure you haven't if you're a smart young man, like I think you are, we're making a revelation here, right? You're going to get a phone call as soon as this is over. Okay, yeah.
Absolutely.
So what was the name of that again? In Lexington?
Jimmy's Smokehouse.
Yeah, go check out Jimmy's Smokehouse. No doubt about that. Okay, so what is the funniest thing that you have ever seen on a baseball field?
Oh, funniest thing? I don't know. So this might...
Probably Jared Karros is commentating whenever you and Campos were taking ground balls.
Yeah, probably that, but... It's not funny in the moment.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes I just want to go at
he's pissing me
Karros.
off. He's doing it on purpose, by the way.
So it was KG got thrown at in a game.
Kendall.
And he it was against Wisconsin and he's running at him. And there's the benches were cleared.
Yeah.
And I look to my right and I see Eric Swan with his hat like this.
Yeah.
And his jacket on, and he's just walking around looking at everybody and casually walks into the dugout, getting people bumped into him and everything. Doesn't even matter. I'd say that was probably the best one this year at least.
Absolutely. Have you run into Levon Reynoso lately?
I have not. No.
Yeah. Good thing for you because you would always bounce backwards, wouldn't you?
Yes. Okay. I've always wanted to do an Oklahoma drill with him, by the way.
Oh,
he never let me.
The old Okie drill. Did you play football in high school?
I did not. My mom didn't let me play tackle football. Wanted me to kind of focus on my baseball.
Yeah, you wouldn't make it through an Okie drill, Levon Reynoso. You would not be alive at the end of that.
Nope. I wouldn't make it with anybody, probably.
Okay, last fun question here. If you were not an athlete, what do you think you'd be doing right now?
Not an athlete? Oh, so I can't pick any other sport?
Correct.
If I was not an athlete, I'd be... Can I coach something?
Nothing sports related.
Nothing sports related.
Yes. We got to have some balance here, Payton. Your life's got to have some balance, right?
Yeah, definitely a lawyer. I feel like I got the persuasive technique down pat. So
and the cool and calmness and the cockiness, like you're always going to win. Yeah, no, that would work. That would work. Fantastic answer, as always, Payton. Great answer there. Okay, I know you, like we said, with your career, you're only 21 years old. You got drafted out of high school. First of all, Jonah is starting to talk again. Jonah Rosenthal is the scout that spent a lot of time getting you into the Dodgers system. I know you guys sat at Sonic and talked for like 4 hours. First of all, speak to him before we get to this last question.
There's so many things I could say to him. It's it's tear jerking because, he's everything to me, he's kind of like basically his family. I just want him to know how much I prayed for him, how much my family's prayed for him. He's been everything. He's the reason I'm here, basically. I pray for his family and everybody, his friends around him. I'm very thankful for everything, how far he's come, it's absolutely amazing. And I'm ready to see him again. I'm ready to give him a big old hug next time I see him.
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah, man. And he's one of them, but when you've had all the challenges you've had, the journey you've had, and you're only 21 years old, I know there's a million different people to thank, but who are those people that you want to thank right now?
God, first and foremost, it's family. My girlfriend's helped me with everything along the way as well. I'd say, Jonah is like on the top of that list as well. Definitely all the coaches that have been with me through the Dodgers and even high school. I mean, everything happens for a reason. So everything in the past, I wouldn't change anything, even the bad moments. It makes me who I am today.
Of course.
I'd like to thank just the Dodgers in general for giving me the opportunity. It's not gonna fail. Sooner or later we'll be there. I know we will. And I'd like to thank you as well.
Yeah.
Thank you for everything, and I appreciate it.
Payton, you're such a wonderful young man. It's always an honor to get to talk to you. So thank you so much for hopping in here on Dodgers Daily for another interview. And by the way, next time you're at Buc-ee's, don't just get gas. Go inside and get the pork sandwich. They're absolutely awesome.
Okay, I promise.
Okay.
I do believe I'm making that Arizona drive again for spring training, so I'm going to have to stop by there.
Yeah, get you a little bit of peanut brittle, too. You'll get up to about 195. You'll be good. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Payton Martin, thank you so much.
Thank you as well.